What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to my channel. It's me, Bianca B, and today we are doing a video about acting. Yes, I know. What do you want to talk about? What are we going to discuss? So firstly, when I get an audition, I get an email from my representation, which is my agent or manager, and they send me what is called a breakdown. A breakdown just discuss the character, the storyline, and maybe the location of where the movie will be filmed. So in this case, they spoke about my character, and then I was able to actually get the script instead of just getting the storyline. I was able to get the script of the pilot episode, so I really understood where my character was going and where she started from. So normally when you go for an audition, they send you about 1 to 3 scenes at a time. So I have been going to acting classes since probably 11, when I shot Bad Boys 2. So one acting studio that I like to apply my scenes to is a book called The Power of the Actor. It's 12-step acting technique that will take you from script to a living, breathing, dynamic character. This book is tore up, ripped up, all types of things, because I really actually go back even now to reread or just take notes on whatever things I need to catch up on. So I wanted to give you the 12 tools that are used in breaking down a script so that hopefully you guys can take some of these notes and apply them for yourselves when you have auditions. So let's start with 1. So the first tool that is said is called the overall objective, and the overall objective is normally for the whole entire script. Now, if you don't have the script, you can at least base off the other sides that are maybe given from the other characters, or maybe the entire 3 or 4 scenes that you have. You can give a kind of idea of what the overall objective would be, and that means what does the character want in life most, more than anything. For this scene specifically, my character wants to be on a team. I'm not going to tell you exactly what it is just for privacy purposes, but nonetheless, she's trying to make her team, and it's more important than anything in the world, and she will do anything to get there and to be seen and to get a shot at her tryouts. Next would be the scene objective. The scene is just the sides that are given, not the script with all the pages, but just the scene itself. That's maybe 2 or 3 pages at a time. And the scene objective is what the character wants over the entire scene, but also it needs to support what the overall objective is. So to go back to my scene specifically, my scene objective was that I want to make them wrong so that I can be right, because my overall objective was that I want to be on a team, and the people that are stopping me from doing so, I need to make them wrong so that then I can be right and they can give me a shot at the tryouts. The third tool would be obstacles. Obstacles are normally physical, emotional, or mental hurdles, and I'll make it difficult to get the overall and scene objectives. So for me, overall objectives, or obstacles I should say, was that the managers of the team, they didn't want me to try out. My best friend is just weighing out my options and telling me, hey, there could be a plan B. My mom at the time doesn't know where I'm going, so I'm already lying to her, telling her that I'm at this other thing when I'm actually at these tryouts that she doesn't want me to go to. So there's a lot of pressure going on in this moment of making these people see me so that I can try out for this team. Next is your substitution. Substitution, you're basically giving the other character in the scene a person in your real life that you can use, whether it be your best friend, girlfriend, boyfriend, ex, mom, dad. And to go back to my scene, I'm using my best friend because in the scene, she has her best friend, and there's nothing better than being able to substitute the actual person that the character is dealing with. my best friend is that type of person that will weigh out my other options to calm me down, to be my ride or die when we're supposed to be somewhere else, and she'll take the fight for me so that we can do what we need to do. Okay, next would be the inner objects. Inner objects are pictures you see in your mind when you're hearing or speaking about a place, person, or event. So with this particular scene, I am outside of a stadium. For me, I always think of when I'm going for an audition, anytime there's something that's high stake, I always put it in the perspective of me with my acting. I have one shot to let these casting directors and producers and writers know exactly who I am, and I have to give it all I've got so that they're able to see it and also believe that I'm the right choice. Next is beats and actions. Beats and actions are thoughts. And then every time you change your thought, that becomes a new beat. And one of the lines says, "What is wrong with these assholes?" And for me, my beat is that thought of what's wrong with them. They didn't see who I am, my greatness. I am the one. Next is the moment before. The moment before is the event that happened before the scene begins. Now, again, sometimes you don't get to have the script, so you don't really know exactly what happened the moment before the scene. So it's up to you to make that choice on your own. So again, this scene, she is outside of the stadium. She wanted to be able to get her shot at the tryouts. So I'm going to say, if I didn't have the script, I would still make the choice of getting the opportunity to talk to that manager or to whoever that coach is, and them not willing and not even listening to me saying, "Can you give me a shot?" So that would build up some type of high stakes moment to then go into the scene that I say, "What's wrong with these assholes?" Who are these assholes that I'm talking about? So I need to make that specific so that when I'm talking, I know exactly who I'm talking about and why I'm saying that statement. All right, I'm back. Okay, so what I was speaking about was place and fourth wall. So normally when you're going for an audition, you're in a office space. And when you're in the office space, the casting director, producers, and writers are sitting right in front of you. So as much as it's a dry space, you in your mind have to create the reality of the scene. For the most part, you're looking forward and you have to see what is happening in your scene before you start your lines. Because if you just start them off, that's not going to put you in a place where you're saying, okay, this is where I need to be. I'm grounded and I'm ready to go. All right, next is doings. Props, basically like tying your shoe, fixing your hair, brushing your hair. Those are doings in the scene that will keep the scene moving if it's asking for it. Same thing. Treat this as reality. Treat this as a normal person. You are taking real life circumstances of your own life and just seeping it into the character's life so that you can live and breathe this character. Yeah. Next is the inner monologue. The inner monologue is basically dialogue that goes on inside your head. So again, I say, as my inner monologue, I said, did they not see that throw? Did they not see the shot that I gave them? Did they not see that I gave them all I had? Those are thoughts that I'm having in my mind as I'm saying the actual dialogue. Because listen, you need to be respectful to the writer. The writer wrote the lines for a reason. So as the actor, you have to be respectful of them and to also let them know that you're professional and you can memorize lines. Yes, sometimes directors specifically will let you have some freedom after you've done it a few times with the exact lines. If you fumble, if you put a instead of a the, or make something plural, that's different. That's not something that you have to be like, okay, let me take it back. No. Keep it flowing. So if you have these inner monologues, that will give you the thoughts, you know what I'm saying, to then want to say what you need to say. Yes? We almost done. So next is previous circumstances. You gotta create the history of the character. It's so dry and obvious when you are reading lines for a scene and you don't know the character. Your tone is hella dry and you're basically sounding like you're just reading the dialogue. Nobody wants to hear that. Just pay attention to the backstory. I mean, if you don't have the script to read, make the history, create the background, family, brothers and sisters, jobs, previous circumstances that they've been in. Last but not least, as she says in the book, let it go. Everything that you've worked on, let it seep into your body. You practiced it enough. Hopefully you got coached. And now it's time to live in the moment and live free and let the words and the circumstances and the feelings and the emotions run through you, because you sit here and practice exactly how you're going to do it. It ain't going to happen like that. So just do all the steps that are said. Obviously know your lines. Read with someone prior to going for the audition, so you not only can hear the lines from the other person, but you can hear yourself. And really listen and be there moment to moment, because I'm telling you, that will change everything. The casting director already wants to see you, so you're already in a winning position. So now go in there armored up, prepared, dressed and ready to go, and know that, you know, you're the one that they need to see. You're the one that they need to hire. You're doing them a favor by being this person and giving an essence that they've never seen. Okay? So let me know if these steps are working for you guys. Let me know if you bought the book, if you've taken her classes. She's out here in LA and she's definitely an amazing coach and teacher. Her students are awesome and working and doing their thing. So yeah, I've got a couple other books from other acting coaches that I definitely will start addressing and doing some more breakdowns of scenes. But if you guys like this video, give me a thumbs up. Also subscribe to my channel so you guys can see all the other things that I'm talking about that I know a little bit about. And give me a comment and shout out what you guys liked. Otherwise, you guys be great and I'll see you at the next video. Alright? Cool. And then bye.